fall too far behind in the groups, and it's a cutthroat tournament, Cinderin. Half the group basically gets eliminated, and there's a second group where some people get eliminated. It's crazy stuff.
Yeah, definitely need to get that upper half placement. Yeah, so what's the lane to watch here? I guess I'm very curious about how Aster's offlane is going to go into this Doom Mirana. I think on paper, this lane is good for Aster with Monkey King and DP. And then I want to see Mikey against XWY in that mid lane. For me, bottom lane is kind of predetermined almost. I think Naga's just going to farm here. I don't think Brew's going to put much pressure on her, the Naga Jakiro lane. So for a Shopify Rebellion in that lane, the goal is to, you know, maximize, get as much as they can, but they're not going to win, most likely.
Let's hope that Saberlight, well, I guess they're on LAN, right? So they don't have to worry about internet. He played in our tournament the other day, and his internet was completely garbage, so he had to abandon it halfway through. Thank you to Saberlight for participating, as always.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
He went halfway in your tournament before he got bored and faked the crash. That's
yeah, that is fairly accurate.
Looks to be 3 runes here for Aster, so a good little head start for them. Nice try from Mikey. Tried to grab it with the sleight of fist on the rune, but did not manage.
So it looks
do you know what his name means? The thing he has after his nickname, the tag.
You mean the obviously anime related thing?
Is that anime related?
I would assume. I don't know why.
I just thought it could be Irani.
Irani. That's not a term at all.
That is not a language. You know what I mean.
Janab Kashan. I mean, Kashani sounds.
It Iranian. Does sound like it, doesn't it?
Jaina. I don't know what that first part would be though. Of course, I'm not fluent, so take everything I say with a grain of cyanide. That doesn't come in grains. I'm pretty sure that's liquid.
All right.
But, yeah. So, what do you think of the lane setup right now? We have Arteezy in the bot lane, so he's going to be going up against the Naga carry. Trying to avoid the Monkey King?
Yeah, so I guess they're just flat out lane dodging to not get the Naga versus Brood matchup. So mission accomplished there for Shopify. I actually thought they were just going to play the standard lanes, but I do think this is a better approach. So for their sake, I'm happy with their choice here of swapping it up like this. This lane is harder for Naga, and it's harder for Jakiro as well. It's not like the top lane is great for Brood, right? You're playing into Death Prophet plus Monkey 4, but it's definitely a better overall setup for them. I think Doom just does just fine here.
Looking for a creep. Like the Ogre Frost Mage will be his choice. Delicious armor.
Very good against Naga in the lane.
I'm just gonna oh my. Okay, I was gonna say if he ended up getting.
He got stunned by the bruiser.
Yeah, that thing stuns and does HP percentage damage. That would have been pretty brutal, but he avoids it. So I haven't been able to see the Dooms lately. Obviously, this is a position 1, which is more rare, but he has not only Hannah Midas, which is not uncommon, obviously, but Arcane Boots queued up. But what do you turn that into later? Because I assume you don't keep Arcane Boots on Doom.
I mean, it probably turns into his Octarine, right? I guess that's what Core Dooms or Carry Doom will still buy. That's my best guess.
That's really late, though, right?
Yeah, it is. But the Arcane Boots are not bad for quite a long time, even on Carry Doom. You really have mana issues on this hero, so by having these Arcane Boots, you can keep your Devour going, you can keep your Scorched Earth going for farming. As First Blood will be spilled top. The lane swap that Aster went for, bringing Naga up top, gets punished immediately, actually. I think Death Prophet would not have been Death Prophet would have been able to protect better there for the Monkey.
Yeah, are you surprised they even bothered switching the lanes up? As we see some action bottom, Crit taking a bit of damage, but gets the telekinesis off onto XXS.
No, definitely not surprised with this. I mean, given how integral it is to how Aster function as a team, that Monet has a good lane. If his laning setup is poor, I think Aster are wise to move things around a bit, but yeah, it comes at the expense of the Monkey King, and ideally for them, I think they would also want to swap the supports around, but the problem is if they do a full TP swap, I think the adjustments that Shopify can then make is just effectively just going to match the lanes, right? They could just do the same TP swap, and then we're back to square one.
Yeah, it feels like they have to layer it to some degree, right? If they do it all at once, then it's just a hard counter. We've seen that before, the musical chairs, as we've called it many a time in the past. As we have Baboka actually going towards the 4-minute water rune top, so they're going to deny both from Mikey, it looks like. Speaking of Mikey, on that Ember Spirit, he had 17 and 4 CS versus the 23 and 6 on XWY, so little bit behind, but not a huge deal. As bottom lane, XXS taking a little bit of harassment damage, but able to sustain thanks to the very powerful Spirit Siphon.
Man, this ice armor is just doing absolute work for Shopify in this bot lane. They just trade so much more favorably than usual, and Arteezy's going to go and buy the mana boots now so they can just keep this flowing. They're like added value because of this spell in this lane, right? Crit taking some meaningful damage. He might actually die.
Yeah, that's a lot. Crypt Swarm not in range, and here comes Arteezy with that ice armor like you talked about. Almost no point in even right-clicking him at that point, but either way, XXS
bit of a mistake
still
there
getting
from Crit overstepping. He might have to go base now. Oh, he's got tangos.
You see how much harassment they've done in this lane. XXS definitely feels pressured. Part of it probably has to do with the fact that he was top and had to transition over, but 12 and 2 CS versus Arteezy's 21 and 8. As Baboka, Boundless Strike onto 2. Nicely done. Trying to dodge the Star Storm, but not able to get most of the damage in. And, okay, Rubik in the bot lane. They're going to be able to get...
Oh, this hurts the DP. She's going to be fine, but will be forced down to about half health, and that is potential kill range if they can get a go before she gets too many siphons up. All right, she's actually... never mind that. She got a siphon ready.
And looks to be fine. Still has a salve.
Yeah.
And 100 away from his gloves of haste. Mid lane, though, Mikey getting some backup via crit as the Storm Spirit does barely die on the high ground. Now, Baboka is going to get telekinesis back into the fray. Mikey, he's getting extremely low, though. Looks like he's going to drop. So it's a mid for mid as Crit gets Ice Path. The Jingu's not going to be able to keep Baboka alive, but they do find the Rubik in the end. So it's a complete trade all across the board, but at the very least, from Shopify's perspective, they get the experience onto their mid laner.
I mean, the biggest winner in all of that is probably Pichu getting almost level 5 on Jakiro. He's going to be really strong when he returns to bottom, getting the solo experience there from the crit kill and sharing the one on the Ember. He's lingering in mid. I don't know if they want to try to put some pressure here onto Mikey, but they will. It's level 1 Flame Guard only, but mistiming the wrong cast order there. Has to use the Ice Path first on a level 1 Vortex.
Got the backup of Fly right now.
And yeah, bottom it is as prophesized. Well, Monkey King was there, but Arteezy really wanted to go to town on XXS with that level 3 Scorched Earth.
And he gets the block off temporarily. Yeah, and the Ice Armor's keeping him pretty healthy. He will live.
Ice Armor is so good here.
Essentially trying to turn it around with Crit's help here. He does have Telekinesis and Fade Bolt in 7 seconds.
Yeah,
start out the Telekinesis. Mikey, Sleight of Fist, ready to go. Remnants in, easy peasy kill for Mikey. Trying to eat through the trees here, but wrong one. Baboka's going to be safe.
Great rotation from Mikey, though. It's a very low commitment kill. Has to use only 1 Remnant and 1 Sleight, and in the meantime they have Fly taking up the experience in gold and mid. So nothing really lost there for Shopify in that rotation.
They might want to dive again. That's the first doom of the game. He just TP'd in here. He is dead. 20 seconds, no DP, no TP. Everything rhymes today as the tower is going to get pressured pretty damn hard, especially with that siege still intact. But in the top lane, at the very least for Aster, they're able to pick up a kill onto Saberlight.
It just doesn't compare in terms of overall game impact, right? This Death Prophet is completely shut out of the game and will lose her tower to this push. That move from Shopify is about as impactful as you can get 8 minutes in.
Fly in the mid lane. Getting chased. Not burn away, but the tower does go down in that bot lane. So Shopify, let's see, from Arteezy's perspective, still working on the Hannah Midas about 1,000 away. Let's talk about Saberlight a bit on this Brood. Has his Arcane Boots, going for a Soul Ring. Is this just the regular Greaves hype type of game?
Yeah, I think so. Both items are really, really valuable here. There's a lot of magic damage from the Storm and Jakiro and Death Prophet, and the Greaves are just always going to feel useful. So I would expect him to just go like a standard route. He could skip the pipe potentially and get something else if he sees value in getting like a quick Hex against the Storm, or perhaps there's some merit to Crimson, but I don't think it's better than the pipe, to be honest.
Mikey, he's smoked up.
Yep.
Saberlight's in the area as well. There's a Searing Change to start things out. Siamese Cat is certainly dead. Monet in the trees will be fine. Not exactly what Shopify were looking for, but they'll take it. And perhaps they can use all these spiders and the full creep wave. Pressure this tier 1 in the top. They do see Monet, actually. He does not have song level. He's completely blocked in by these spiders. Are there going to be any TPs here? Baboka comes in. Another TP coming as well as they're looking for Saberlight potential. There's the jump in, Boundless Strike. A little bit off on the zip, but Saberlight finding the distance. Electric Vortex is available. And finally, they will be able to bring down Saberlight. Takes quite a bit of an investment, but they get the kill.
They missed so many spells there, actually, on the side of Aster. I mean, they do get there, but Storm had to deplete like 800 of his mana while having Arcane Rune.
And while that's
how
happening,
hard that was for them
Doom,
to find.
Or Arteezy, who again is the position 1 Doom, free farming in the bot lane, almost has his Midas.
He might just go 4-3-1 here. I like the choice of maxing Scorched Earth for the overall pressure he put on his lane, and now he gets to just greed it up as much as he wants. And this Midas is coming out in just a moment. He's farming these 2 camps now. Scorched Earth expiring, though, will make it a little bit harder, but he's going to pull back the wave as well.
Mikey mid lane, Boundless Strike. Ooh, they tried very good attempt, but not able to get the full stun lock. So ends up being a wasted Macro Pyre.
Oh, Moonlight Shadow, XXS.
Yep, that's again. A Doom. Don't think they have the TPs available, but they are relatively close. Telekinesis back in. Arteezy, they might be able to get the deny onto XW or XXS, and they do not. Arteezy gets the kill. Crit. He steals Zip, and he's going to be fine. Although Storm Spirit getting some distance, and it's not going to be enough. So somehow Shopify get away with everybody.
That is the absolute dream outcome for them, unless Crit dies to Monkey King here. He won't. So the deny fails. Pichu waited 1 tick too long on the Doom. And yeah, as you said, Crit steals the Ball Lightning and even gets away. So no casualties. Aster rotate 3 heroes to try to help their DP.
To be fair, Jakiro has one of the worst attack animations in the game, and he's not used to CSing, right? Let's be real.
I mean, that's a major cope right there.
Just giving the benefit of the doubt. That's the other way to look at it, Cinder, all right? You know me, Mr. Positive.
Benefit of the cope. Oh yeah, you're a true force of optimism within the world.
Monet in the top lane, Satiable Hunger Pop by Saberlight. There's the song as the slight came through. Will this be used to try to set up the Ice Path Macro Pyre? Indeed, they get 2. Oh, actually gets the leap off in time, so Fly is perfectly okay. The song was stolen.
Are you
Shopify
serious?
actually want to fight here. There's the arrow, connects onto the DP, but Mikey's the one taking the brunt of the damage now, has his Remnant up, trying to get the space. There's the Telekinesis, try to save him. The big zip in. XWY really committing here to get this Ember Spirit. There's the Electric Vortex, finally finds the kill. Has very little mana to speak of, but still ends up netting another kill onto Crit. So nice turnaround here from Aster, despite the steals from Shopify. Maybe not the best communication from them, but again, Arteezy has not participated in any fight because he is just full on farming and even pushing this tier 2 tower.
That was honestly just godly play from Crit, right? So he Ball Lightnings in to steal Song as it ends so he can sing it. They could have full on disengaged there, but they tried to turn it into a fight. Thing is, as you said, Arteezy wasn't there, so effectively they chose a 4v5. And I think if they would have just stolen sung there and then got out, that would have been such a big win already. But at the very least for Aster, they get a couple of stray kills, especially Ember being the bigger one that they managed to grab themselves there. But it doesn't really translate into a major advantage because they don't get any structural damage and Arteezy is completely untouched. For now, trouble is brewing now, though.
Yeah, that's sounds like another Cinderin-ism, as Arteezy will most certainly die after being praised by Cinderin.
Spends his Doom as well onto the Naga, so won't have that available now for the next play, but
they're coming.
Looks like Shopify wants some revenge here.
Yeah, they do. It's going to run
Crit
right
gets
into
eyes on
Monet. There's the Fade Bolt to start it out. Telekinesis. Arrow will not connect unless you consider that a connection onto the illusion, but they have the Searing Chains. Monet, no song for 60 seconds. One slight should do it. Down he goes to Mikey. And they're going to continue to chase and get the Jakiro as well. So sticking around a little bit too long was Aster.
That effectively just completely negates the Arteezy kill, right? Now that wasn't even that bad. And his Doom ended up mattering, too. Is worth keeping in mind. They made that rotation with onto a half HP Naga that was doomed. If she was not half HP, I think she would have lived there. So, great read from them that they could actually get something out of that gank onto Arteezy for a return kill.
XWY, this is the kill that they really want.
Yeah, slight chains into arrow could be big here.
XWY gets up the Electric Vortex first, though, but the arrow's coming! It connects onto the Storm. Fade Bolt, not quite enough. Oh. XWY is going to zip all the way over to his base and will live with just 30
big
HP.
Mistake there from Fly. I think a little bit of old school Mirana brain there. He leaped in to get the double Starstorm, but that was not necessary. And he leaps into Ice Path and doesn't get it off. So that was definitely a possible kill. All right, Baboka goes scouting, finds the ward.
Yep, he finds more than that. Finds his gravestone as well.
XWY should count his lucky stars for that. That is absolutely a kill if the Mirana does not leap there, but just Starstorms at max range.
And zipping in, XWY has actually used a lot of mana already, but looks like they'll find Saberlight pretty easily. But here come the rest of Shopify. They take out the DP. XWY uses basically the rest of his mana, but it looks like it's enough distance, although Saberlight's kind of blocking him in with the spiders. Nothing will come of it. Arteezy getting pretty close to his BKB. About 700-800 away. And from the other side, what is Aster looking for? So Monet, he's still working on his Manta. So just, if you remember, Sinner, it was only yesterday, so I know it's tough, but... The Naga had Manta at, I think, 12 minutes, right? Here we are at 16 minutes. He's his top CS in the game, but it's third net worth, so it's not like a terrible Naga start. Could have been better, but still 1,000 away from finishing Manta.
Yeah, I mean, it just goes to show how good Hector's game was yesterday. It was incredible how farmed he was. He was having a total free lane against the Nature's Prophet, too, so the conditions were definitely better for him as well. I would think Monet can pretty much match those numbers if he has the same game, but not the case. And speaking of same game, Baboka is also not having the same game as he usually does on Monkey King, just really being shut down. 4th death for him. And Shopify just owning. They've taken 3 towers, they've lost 0, so they have way more map to play. Brood is inhabiting the top part, and the Doom effectively is just free farming as a result of the pressure that Saberlight can put top, so... Yeah, I feel like Aster have not solved this Brood problem at all this game. With the lane swap that's Shopify did, at least find a little bit of a pick here onto the Mirana, but it's not a big deal for Shopify to lose support here and there.
Oh, they find Saberlight, though,
bigger, though,
so this one would be quite nice. Macropyre's used, Wukong's command as well. Crit is in the area, but all he has right now is a Spirit Siphon, which won't help Saberlight too much, but they still will be able to keep him alive. Now they're going to turn this around onto Baboka. It has a ton of armor right now, but it's about to dissipate as Mikey big Sleight of Fist onto 3 heroes, and Saberlight can still continue to fight. Arteezy has his Doom, but now they're next to the tier 2 tower. Uses the Horsey, gets off the Infernal Blade, and it looks like they're just going to be able to get this kill from afar in all likelihood. Saberlight with just... all they use is the Sleight of Fist. So double kill for Mikey. They're going to continue on here. They're not really afraid at all. Looks like Siamese Cat looks to be next on the list. Infernal Blade again. Pops his wand. They don't want to go too deep, but triple kill for Mikey off of Sleight of Fist set up by the rest of his team.
Yeah. And XWI can't really go for a return play because if he gets caught by literally anything, he's getting doomed and dies. So... I gotta say, man, Shopify are playing some really solid Dota so far. Not surprised they were able to grab a 2-0 yesterday over... Was it Entity, I think?
Yes.
With how they've been playing this game so far, it's looking really, really clean. And for Aster at this point, it's difficult. Naga does not play well from behind. You've lost the lanes, you've lost the map. You're effectively relying on getting a good team fight around EXO with Storm. Monet will find Fly at least, so getting one Solo pick off there.
Yeah, that's something. RTZ 1,000 away from Blink Dagger, and
WY.
they find him. Searing Chains.
Doomed.
There's the Doom, and there is the Death.
Oh, the classic Rubik.
Yeah.
Right there. That's the
I
Yapzor.
contributed.
Yapzor cosplay. I think I've told you the story before. He says, "I'll exit," because he was playing with legacy keys, and that's the hotkey for Fade Bolt. So he would always call it X.
Okay, I thought you meant exit as in EXIT.
Oh,
Very
no,
nice.
no. But yeah, that's true. It's also an exit kill, technically.
Yeah.
That's true.
Nice hit and run there. Legacy keys. Talk about being stubborn. Oh, Monet. He's going to run right into Fly. Moonlight Shadow.
Oh, well, who spots who?
That's true. They see Fly, and they destroy Fly. There's the song, and this is just to get away.
Yeah. Understandable. He doesn't really have any information about the rest of the map. The map's pretty dark for Aster. They have one ward bottom, and they have the one ward that he just killed on, but there's a lot of uncertainty there, so don't mind the defensive song there from Monet to just get out. Play it safe.
By doing that, that also revealed... I mean, obviously they know that there was a ward there that they saw, the Marana, but now there's information that they don't have wards anywhere else in their jungle, because otherwise he wouldn't have song TP'd, right? Knowing that they weren't even there. It gives up some information just by doing that as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Monet obviously has the Manta 2.5k into his heart right now.
All right, Shannon, I have to interrupt you here for our favorite game.
I wasn't talking, but go ahead.
You were. Guess the win probability right now.
The win it's a Doom game, so I feel like this one isn't like crazy. Maybe 65, 35?
Oh, I'm impressed you were that close. It's 55-45.
Oh, okay.
Like, in my mind, this game is really rough for the Radiant, but not Gabe. Gabe knows what Radiant is looking for here.
Yeah, they know that, Doom is their top net worth, which it should be, theoretically, and Ember is a stand-in. Gabe knows that, so who knows what happened.
Like, I've seen enough of Mikey's games to know where this one's going.
Well,
he's been playing a great game so far in the Ember. Definitely can't complain.
Absolutely. And he has BKB, Maelstrom, and going to be going for the Shard into the Aghanim Scepter, so pretty much what we're used to seeing. The Maelstrom is just depending on the game, I guess. We had to praise him. Or you had to praise him. This is all you. Pops the BKB.
Live, so it's okay.
Yep, he's perfectly fine. What a god Mikey is. Wukong 2-man comes out from Baboka, but the double Searing Chains. Saberlight is here as well, but has to kind of reposition himself.
Right,
either way, Shopify with 2 kills. Crit. Ooh, what about Crit? He's going to X them?
Yep.
Okay, he R'd them. Wait, what's spell steal in Legacy Keys?
That's a good question, but he got a double kill with Fade Bolt, so...
Oh, okay.
He made sure to pay tribute again. Top lane Arteezy might be thinking about this if he can get a rotation from someone. Oh, he's just going to go for himself. All right,
well,
that's bold.
The zip in from XWY, that should put this to a stop.
Yeah, this is not happening. He was probably hoping that Storm was on the other side of the map and couldn't be there for the assist, but if Arteezy is quick to react there, he could have BKB'd the Storm jump, potentially, and maybe stuck on the Naga.
I mean,
I don't know if he kills there anyway, actually.
Yeah, I don't think so. That's a hard one.
A little bit of an overstep there, but not the biggest of deals. Back to farming, 2-minute cooldown.
Still has skeletons, by the way.
And Aster is getting run at bottom.
Yeah, while Arteezy
Nice
farms away,
boundless.
XXS and company want to fight next to their tier 2 tower, but looks like he might be taking the brunt of the damage here, and Mikey is there to clean things up. All they're going to lose is Fly for the time being is Monet. Has his song, still not quite finished with the heart. Saberlight feeling very tanky with his Hood Greaves ready to go. Tier 2 tower still standing, though. I'm sure Arteezy, I would assume, is just looking for a Centaur creep.
Saberlight's just really being annoying here.
He wants to go in here. Boundless Strike is there. Crit with the X, as you like to call it. Moonlight Shadow, but the Sentry is down. XWY is going to take a lot of damage from Mike, who pops that BKB. And he's going to be able to zip away just fine. But no, he's going deep. He's going real deep there. He's actually going to get the kill. What a sick kill. Double for Mikey. 4 dead. And another fight that Shopify win without Arteezy even remotely close.
Crit with the Shard Spirit Siphon. That completely caught XWI off guard. He got feared during that fight. And had to jump away too late, and then depletes his entire mana pool, and Mikey chases him down. And this is really bad for Aster now, because not only do they lose 4 heroes, they're going to take some significant damage. Brood has a big army of spiders here as well. They might be able to fend them off, but that was a 5k swing, more or less, in the last 2 minutes, and Shopify maintains some strong map control with this. They can keep sitting in this area, and with Crit having this spell for another 2 minutes, you'd imagine they want to look for more fights. This is such an incredible spell on Rubik to have. With the Shard, it's even better.
Yeah, that is a very good catch there. The fact that the Shard works with all shards in the game. Pretty insane with the right steal.
Might end up losing Fly here. He's being spotted.
Yep, this has happened
Too
a time
slow
or
on the
two.
Lotus.
Get that pretty easily, but Mikey
Nothing
wants to
comes
go
for
in
free.
here. Huge sleight of fist. They're going to be able to take out the Jakiro right off the bat. They're just going to fight inside this Wukong's command, knowing this is just a support Monkey King. And, yeah, Searing Chain is going to finish him off there. The zip in, though. XWI wants to try to take out Mikey, but the rest of his team is continuing to fight. Monet is still very healthy. Crit attempting to get away, but it's not going to happen. Mikey with another sleight of fist. He's extremely low. There's the song. I don't think there's any remnants up anyway. They're just going to put the remnants down on top of him. The brother remnants, as it were. One more sleight of fist for the row, but it's not enough to stay alive. Storm still ends up dropping, though. So in the end, it's a 3 for 2. Maybe it's not the end, as Saberlight wants to continue to pursue this. Manta from Monet.
To give some perspective on that fight,
here
that's kind of...
All right.
Here he
There's the
comes.
Centaur. He gets it. The Doom onto XXS. Arrow to follow,
that's not
but
a good arrow.
way off. So he's going to end up living.
That was a 3v5, Shannon.
Seriously.
Doom never showed up, and Murano was dead in the start.
Why don't they fight as 5? I don't understand.
Shopify actually made that mega competitive because of the Spirit Siphon, the Brood with Greaves Pipe, and the Ember playing a strong fight there from Mikey. It feels like if they connect more heroes, these fights are just a gimme, you know? Like,
Yeah.
if Doom is ever there... But maybe he couldn't connect. He has the Travels now on Arteezy. Has split his Arcane Boots into working on that Octarine.
Still no Roche attempt in this game. I mean, that's one good thing about having the Boots to travel when you have a Brood Mother. If there's absolutely no creeps in the area, you can always just go on top of one of the Spiderlings. They have just ultra mobility with the Ember on top of that. Of course, with crit stealing Zip constantly. But he's perfectly happy with the Spirit Siphons he's been getting lately. Boundless Strike cleaning up most of the spiders.
Crit's gonna steal the treat.
Yep, he sure will. There's the Telekinesis. Arrow to follow. Monkey King is likely dead, but XWY jumps in. They're going to lose their support Monkey King, but it might be a trade for Crit. He's invisible right now, but they have the vision, and they get the kill.
Yeah, Aster quick to respond there. Nice heads-up play from Crit, though, to immediately steal Primal Spring and then chase the Monkey, get the vision. But Aster were ready, so they get that trade at least. That Orchid on Monkey King could come in handy.
Sorry, saw Arteezy blink away from his neutral and then had to walk all the way back. That's always embarrassing.
Unbelievable, this guy.
Unbelievable. Yeah, I don't know. I actually don't understand why they haven't fought as 5, but I'm sure next time they will. Maybe he's waiting for this Octarine, which I think is 30 gold from being finished. Is this...
Aster have 2 Orchids, so if they can outlast BKBs, they start having some serious kill threat with Orchid plus and Snare. Fly has the Lotus, so obviously that's one solution that Shopify do have, but he seems to be the primary target that they're killing first anyway if he shows.
Yeah.
It could even happen again now. He's showing up here with his gem. He will just snipe that and get out. XWY, not enough mana to go for the kill and not enough information either.
Yeah, so Monet, not only with the Orchid, but very tanky. Manta, Heart, and Scotty will be next, already essentially halfway into it. And I mean, that's the thing about Shopify's lineup. I mean, what do you think about their scaling? I know Doom is crazy late game, but it's not a traditional carry.
I mean, Ember is a monster late game as well, and Brood will always find impact in all stages as well. It might not be through massive damage, but Brood is just such a thorn in your side with control. She can get Hex, Bloodthorn, or... yeah, probably
Roche is going a bit slow. Really, I think Aster are going to get here in time. Yeah. Ice Path's going to come likely.
And they have
going to connect on 3 with the Macro Pyre on top. XWY jumps in with a BKB. And you can see Mikey trying to do as much as he can, but this Wukong's command is really proving to be an issue. The snatch of the Aegis from Mikey, so technically Roche is taken by Aster. I'm not sure who got the shard. You can see that this fight continues to play out as Saberlight is going to get stuck inside this Ice Path. He looks to be the first to fall in this engagement. Now the zip back in. That's going to be the death of Crit. So 2 for nothing, but the Aegis on the side of Shopify. And I'm not sure if Mikey... I think he already had shard, if I'm not mistaken.
This was Roche number 1.
You're right. No shard. That's for next patch. My bad, guys. Leaking patch notes again. 7.33.
Oh yeah. If we need anything, it's for Roche to have more impact on Dota. I think that would be.
I think it also might drop an Ags 50% of the time.
Oh, the first Roche.
Yeah, first Roche.
Okay. What do you think about Roche dropping Rapier?
Yeah, that sounds
first
like
Roche. Teams are going to start doing level 1 Roche again.
That's true. Yeah.
Get a free Rapier for your lane. Go as Ember, you one-shot the enemy hero with Slight.
Let's not make level 1 Roche any easier, but let's incentivize the current version by a Rapier. Yeah, I like that. We should design a game together, I think.
Yeah.
I think Shopify want to
like
fight
that idea, I think we won't work together very long.
Very good.
Artesia with a backpack blink.
Dagger.
Artesia, you need to move it in. He is not realizing he does not have his blink right now.
He definitely has not realized what is going on in this game. This is so weird. They're just gonna casually walk up.
He's like, oh shit, I can't blink. He swapped it in.
Oh my god, what is this? This is first game of the day type of I just woke up kind of deal.
Yeah.
They haven't fought his 5 the entire time, and then the one time they do, he backpacks his blink.
It happens.
That was his second use of the BKB, by the way. So down to 7 seconds now.
Wonder if he meant to blink and then press his BKB hotkey.
Yeah,
because he thought blink was there. Because there was no threat on him at the time.
Yeah, probably.
When he BKB'd there.
That's the thing with pro players. They're thinking about so much more than a normal player would that they occasionally just have a brain aneurysm.
Yeah.
Or it's not a violent one. This is like a little baby one. Either way, not too much lost from Shopify's side. Tell me what do you think the Gaben percentage is right now?
50-50? I
think it's 50-50?
Pretty close. It's 55-45 again.
Okay.
Shopify lost quite a bit of their lead in this last engagement.
It does feel like that.
The Roche kill going to the Radiant and the 2 kills they got there were worth quite a lot. So now it's on Shopify to get value out of this Aegis. Would love to see them take a fight where Mikey just plays hyper aggro and actually expends the Aegis early in the fight just to soak damage away from his teammates and key cooldowns. If they let this expire, I think it's a pretty big mistake, and they will be going for something now. Moonlight plus Invis Rune. Mikey is
nice.
Very invisible if he picks this up. Alright, now they double can't see him.
Yep, very important.
The tower is gone, though. They might be too late.
They have an idea that Baboka might be in these trees. He's going to get the Boundless Strike with the Wukong's command, focusing down Crit. That is their target. They get him, but he buys back in the game. Now, XWY extremely low on mana as Mikey, he pops a BKB of his own, forcing the rest of Aster back. Meanwhile, the rest of Shopify aren't even remotely close, it feels like. So they're going to be able to take out Mikey, but this is just the Aegis. XWA completely out of mana now. There's the jump in from Artesia. There's the Doom onto the Naga Siren. Saberlight going to try to keep them at bay here. There's the Infernal Blade, the jump in from Mikey. XWY still trying to provide some support. Gets off the Electric Vortex, still basically out of mana, though. Mikey taking heavy damage, gets off the Sleight of Fist. In the meantime, Saberlight continue to right-click the Naga, but it's not going to be enough. There's still 2 dead on the side of Shopify. They finally get the Storm Spirit. Ice Path is just being such a nuisance here. Naga Siren gets off the the
Oh my
ultimate,
god, if they get
and
out.
they are gonna get out. Well, okay, just the Naga. The rest of his team's fucked. But Saberlight, okay, he looks like he's gonna get dropped. As XWY bought back into this game, TP to that outpost, and now Mikey on the run, half HP, Lotus Orb applied.
Oh, it's a dieback.
He is dead. Triple kill for XXS. I didn't even realize he died with Aegis, died again, bought back, and died?
Yes.
Again?
Yes.
Oh, dear. Very bad fight for Shopify, and Fly might get caught out now. Boundless Strike, and he's silenced, but does have that Lotus Orb.
Baboka giving the vision here for the Naga. They want to maybe get
Ooh,
Arteezy
okay,
here.
That was very nice. War Stomp into Arrow. But Baboka's still going to jump on top of these trees, and they'll get the Marana. So a bajillion kills going the way of Aster. Shopify did get some, but...
Give me your probability now, Shannon.
I'm going to say 65-35 for Aster.
82-18.
Oh my god, one fight.
Yeah, that fight is the kind of fight that wins games. That was a 15k gold swing almost. Sorry, that's an exaggeration. It was a 10k. 10k swing, a fight against Aegis, and they win it handily. Just... It's weird to see, because Shopify's been playing such an amazing game pretty much up until this point, but that fight was so disconnected from them. They were not in the same targets. I don't know if I agree with dooming the Naga there either. Like, maybe they could have found a better fight together. But it got a little bit scrappy, and they're running out of solutions now for the Naga. She's reached critical mass. Ember can't handle her anymore.
XWY, he's going to get lifted immediately into the tier 3 towers, but the Bloodthorn just rips Saberlight a new one. No buyback for him. So this is going to, at the very least, be a set of racks for Aster. And yeah, and that last, I mean, the big fight, Mikey
they can
was
keep
very
going.
deep.
I think Naga is almost invincible. Like,
Yeah,
who's
true.
killing her now? Arteezy's build does not
50.
counter Naga yet. It doesn't have any AoE damage.
They do pop Fortification. And you can see Arteezy was trying to push the wave, but it's really the mid lane that's the issue. So no backdoor protection for Shopify. So the Exorcism will take out the tier 3 tower, and might be a second set of racks that Shopify will have to give up. Melee racks getting pretty low. And yeah, they're going to have to give this up. And we'll see if Aster want to play it discipline and back off.
They do.
And it looks like they will do just that. But in that big fight, you talked about how you wanted Mikey to get really aggressive with it. And he did. But
he definitely did.
His
but
team was nowhere close to him, unfortunately.
they were not on the same page about how to execute that, I think, and what the exact timing of the go was. And I think... Potentially, I've also underestimated just how strong Naga got before that fight, because thinking back on it, maybe you actually do have to doom her because you have no other solution for the hero. But unfortunately, when that doom came out, they were a little bit out of steam, and I think Mikey honestly making a mistake there, using BKB on his first life, I think was not the play. I think he has to go in without BKB on the first one, bait the enemy team to go on him, and then when his teammates connect, that's when you pop BKB on the second life. To get yourself a much stronger second wave of fighting, because sure, you were not dying during that BKB and you were putting some pressure, but you effectively spent your BKB making your team connect, right? And then you were susceptible afterwards, so it didn't really matter.
Oh, they're spotted. Success. Okay, big jump in from Arteezy. Gets the Doom onto the Storm Spirit, but the Song of the Siren, once that BKB is off for Arteezy, they'll have to back away. Mikey gets off his BKB, but really to no avail. Feels like a wasted effort from Shopify.
This is real bad for Shopify. This is get the hell out of their territory.
And look at this Wukong command completely blocking them from one location. Take a dump for everybody in this game. And the zip in now from XWY, who was originally doomed. He is perfectly A-OK. And now they're going to try to clean up the rest of Shopify. Arteezy is next on the list. Double kill for XWY. And this is looking real rough for Shopify.
Yeah, Mikey's going to try to clean up top, but he needs to be careful. He does not have BKB, so he could get Orchided here.
Yep, there's the Orchid. They have stuns on top.
Oh, they missed the
silence
silence on DP.
One, and he's going to remnant.
Ooh, good
to their base, basically. Jakiro's continue to pursue, though, and they have XWY in the area. Get the Ice Path, so already half HP is Mikey. No TP available. Has the Remnant, extremely slow, and there's still some mana to work with from XWY, so this should be a kill, and indeed it is. And while this is happening, of course, Exorcism is going to secure the Mega Creeps.
Yep, GG.
GG's called. Arteezy
boy,
disconnects
that
extremely
one can't
fast.
feel good for Shopify. They must have felt really good about this game for so long, and then everything just fell apart in 5 minutes.
Yeah,
But,
that
like,
was. Whew.
credit to Aster. This game is not easy to play. I was talking about how this team doesn't play particularly well from behind, and they were well behind early on. They lost their lanes, they got out-rotated, especially Crit for me, standout player of the game for Shopify, but in the end, wasn't enough.